Tom Sandoval said that the same day Ariana Madix is believed to have found out about his affair with Raquel Leviss, his long-term partner asked him about having kids together. Sandoval said Madix asked him about fertilizing the eggs she froze. "I'm like, we're broken up." "What?" he said. "It scared me. It really scared me." That was just one of the many bombshell claims Sandoval, a star of the reality show Vanderpump Rules, dropped while appearing on Tuesday's episode of Howie Mandel's podcast Howie Mandel Does Stuff. Madix and Leviss also co-star on The Bravo Show, and Mandel co-hosts his podcast with his daughter Jacqueline Schultz. While Sandoval presented a timeline in the podcast interview of their breakup, Madix has not publicly confirmed their relationship had ended amid Sandoval's affair with Leviss. People has since reported that Sandoval and Madix are currently broken up. Representatives for Madix and Leviss did not immediately return BuzzFeed News requests to corroborate the many claims Sandoval made during the podcast. Sandoval started his appearance on the podcast by admitting his affair with Leviss was completely wrong and totally fucked up and that he still had love for Madix. "I love Ariana," Sandoval said at the beginning of his appearance. "I still love Ariana, and I care about her very much so." He then went on to say that their 9-year relationship had recently felt more like a friendship. "We were a brand," Sandoval said. The relationship was lacking intimacy and connection. He noted their communication was not great but claimed they kept the optics up. "They didn't have sex," he claimed, noting this was something he accepted as a part of being in a long-term relationship. As a result, he said, he had no game and sex with him would be like having sex with a 19-year-old, maybe his second time. Sandoval said reflecting on his life recently made him realize it looked really bleak and he was yearning for a connection. On the podcast, Sandoval confirmed that his and Leviss's deeper friendship began after a partial cast outing in August to the Mondrian, a hotel in West Hollywood. This outing was recently depicted in the show's current season. Madix is not believed to have been in attendance at the event. Sandoval said he and Leviss first kissed one night in his backyard while he was locked outside of his house. "I felt something that I hadn't felt in so long, like, emotionally," Sandoval said on the podcast. He claimed he then pulled away from Madix and started going to therapy to figure out what he was going to do about his relationship with her. However, Sandoval said, the feelings he had for Leviss did not subside, so he asked Madix to go to couples therapy with him, which is where he started to float the idea of breaking up with her. This resulted in Madix having 180D and being so unbelievably sweet and amazing. Sandoval said this didn't stop him from continuing to see Leviss, including FaceTiming her all the time. He claimed he broke up with Madix on Valentine's Day, but said she was fully in denial about the end of the relationship. "She's like, I'm not letting you leave me," he said. "You're going to have to force me out of this relationship." It's believed Madix found out about the affair when she went through Sandoval's phone while he was performing with his band at his bar Tom Tom on March 1. "But we were broken up," he said. "She knew we were broken up. She didn't tell anybody, but she knew. She was trying to convince me to not be broken up or to get back together, but that was not the case." Once the news of the breakup and affair hit the news, Sandoval said, he didn't shower for days or change clothes. "The attention from the breakup did at times turn me into a total asshole, and I feel bad about that," he said. He also apologized for how he handled the breakup. "Nothing is excusable for what I did," he said. "I handled shit wrong, I fucked up, and I definitely deserve the hate." As for the current status of his relationships with both women, Sandoval said he and Madix are still living together while he and Leviss are really good friends. "We're not putting a label on it," he said of his relationship with Leviss. "We're also just taking a break.